Today we're going to be checking out the difference between the Razer Cobra Pro along with the Razer Viper V2 Pro. Now both of these mice are similar in many ways, but they're also different where they're kind of targeted towards two different types of gamers. And the pricing of these mice is also pretty much at the same price point. You got the Cobra going for $130 as of making this video, and then you got the Viper V2 Pro going for $120. So that being said, let's get into the difference. And the first difference between both of these mice is going to be the weight. The Viper V2 Pro is going to come in at 58 grams and the Cobra is going to come in at 77 grams. Now that's a pretty big difference, especially if you're a competitive gamer where you're trying to get the lightest weight possible mouse that you can. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the grips on the mice itself. So if we take a look at the Cobra, we can see that there is going to be an actual rubber grip attached on the side here, and that's going to help make the mouse feel much more comfortable for your thumb when you're gripping it, and your ring finger on the side here to have a really nice firm grip. Now the Viper V2 Pro does not have any grips at all. It's going to be fully made of plastic all around. However, it did come with some plastic grips that you can attach to the mouse, and that will help you give a better grip if that's something that you actually need on your mouse. And the reason the Viper 2 Pro doesn't have grips built onto it is because, again, they're trying to make the weight as low as possible for those more esports professional types of players. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be quite obvious, and that's the RGB lights. You can see on the Cobra we got lights everywhere on this thing. We got them on the scroll wheel, we have them on the back of the mouse here, and then we have them on the bottom going all the way around. Now looking at the Razer Viper V2 Pro, we can see that there are literally no lights anywhere on this mouse. And again, you can probably see the theme going on here. The reason this thing is stripped down is because they're trying to make this mouse as lightweight as they possibly can. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the size, and I'm going to leave some specs on the screen here so you guys can see what the size difference is. And basically the Viper V2 Pro is going to be slightly larger than the Cobra Pro mouse. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the DPI sensors. On the Cobra, we can see that there are going to be two buttons up here that let you cycle up or down between the different DPI levels. And then if we look at the Viper V2 Pro, we can see that there's only going to be one button here, and this is going to cycle between the different DPI settings. Now the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the wireless charging compatibility. The Razer Cobra here has a little circle that you can unscrew here, and once you remove this puck, basically you can buy Razer's wireless charger system and just have your mouse charge wirelessly instead of using the cable. If we look at the Razer Viper V2, there's going to be nothing here that allows you to charge wirelessly. The only way to charge this mouse is going to be through the front port here, which uses USB-C. And the Razer Cobra is also going to have the option to charge via USB-C through the front. And speaking of connection options, the next difference between both of these mice is how you can actually connect to your computer. Both mice are going to be able to connect via the receiver as well as the USB dongle, and they can also connect via the USB-C to USB-A braided cable. However, the main difference between both of these mice is that the Razer Cobra can do Bluetooth, and with the Viper V2 Pro, it doesn't have the ability to connect via Bluetooth. And then the next difference between both of these mice is going to be the battery life. I'm going to leave some stats on the screen here that shows how long the battery lasts between both of these mice, but you can see that the Razer Cobra is going to have a better battery life than the Viper V2 Pro. In terms of which one you should buy, if you like having some features on your mouse like RGB lights and you don't mind the extra weight, then I would go with the Cobra, because some people weight doesn't really matter too much. Maybe you do more casual gaming, you're not like too obsessed about being the best player, you just want to have fun and play some games fairly casually. Now if you're like ultra competitive about gaming and you need the best possible advantage, then the Razer Viper V2 Pro is going to be your option. If you want to see a dedicated review on either of these mice, be sure to click the videos up here. And with that being said, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.